Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Tom Atkins. Little Facebook Live for you here, just because we have had some showers approaching to the west with some thunder. So, always interesting to see what happens when those clip along the lakeshore. No watches, no warnings, but certainly some lightning visible off the West County and over the lake, and some downpours out there, and maybe some gusty winds. We're looking at Girard. No rain yet, so feel free to check in. Good to have you here. Hello, Adam Ripley from Waterford. Good to see you here. Let me go over to the radar to just solidify what is happening as far as that is concerned. Thanks for the temp, Adam. We're just going to look to the west here, put it on the Cleveland radar, and see what's going on. So zoom on in a little bit here and change this to there and take those arrows off. That's the direction of movement of these little cells. But you can see that over the past hour, and I got the lightning on there too, line developed, and then this little cell just went shooting across the lake north of the lakeshore and then just died. And then another one reformed up here by New York State. And then you got this line of heavy rain from about east of Paynesville down to Stowe, and that's moving east towards the state line. And then you got some more behind it. So basically, what's going on here, this is your typical lake effect scenario. And you're getting cold air over a warm lake. It's producing clouds and showers and thunder. It can produce some gusty winds, and you may be seeing a water spout as well over the next few days. And that's the thing I wanted to tell you. Um, you know, it's a thing that happens often in October. Doesn't necessarily mean snow when you say lake effect, because it's too warm for that. And you're going to get these off and on rain showers, and I think the places that are going to be most likely hit are right here along the lakeshore counties, so to speak. But you'll get some drift inland in Crawford and in Warren. So, um, we go through this many, many times. It's going to be off and on, tonight, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Hopefully, it'll be, winding down on Friday, but you get a taste of this like chilly, damp, blustery weather. Patty, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm having trouble picking up some stuff here. Okay. Good to see you. Krista, welcome back. Nancy from Edinburgh. Fred from Canada Lake. Trisha, anybody else that's coming on in. So it's not a severe weather situation. It's just a situation that we, go through at times, and it'll get us some rainfall too, which is kind of a cool thing because, nice and focused there. You'll get that off and on, and Erie's about 3 inches below normal still for the year, so you'll add to that, and it's just kind of that arthritic, bone chilling kind of weather with probably the heaviest precipitation, as I said, in the lakeshore counties. Ashtabula, Erie, and Chautauqua. Hello, Laura. Good to have you here. Bunny, welcome back. Mary Kay, good to see you. So let me just detail it a little bit for you guys, just so you know what's going on over the next few days. Sue, great to see you. Thanks for coming in from Canada Lake. What else? What else? What else? So you got the radar there, and if I widen it out, you can see it's just waves of rain, blustery conditions, and that kind of thing. Still not raining in Girard at this point, but with the radar like this, you're going to eventually get it to cross the state line, and it's going to be coming in the next hour, eventually moving east across Meadville to the Titusville, Corey corridor, and to Warren. The thing I want to point out is that with lake effect, it's all dependent on wind direction. So it's the same principle as winter, but without the snow. Now, it can still get you some thunder. It can get you some water spouts over the lake because the atmosphere is very unstable, but it works the same way. All right. It's basically cold air, like you're seeing seeping into the northern United States right now. This stuff in the blue going over a warm lake. And then all you have to figure out is the wind direction. And like I say, just like in winter, the winds are southwest, it's going to keep the bands over the lake and shoot them on into Buffalo. If it turns a little more westerly, which is what it's going to do, it's going to drag them, over Erie, Chautauqua, Ashtabula County. And eventually they'll drift down into portions of Crawford and Moore. Now everybody's going to get rain. I'm talking about where the heaviest is going to set up. And this has really been a decent model as far as showing you this. It's got a good beat on what's happening right now. That's pretty much where the radar is showing the rain. So it comes in 10 o'clock to the I-79 corridor, shoots out to the east. Everybody gets some here, but then the bands start to set up. And you see how that happens? You see 6 o'clock in the morning, a lot of the activity is offshore. So then there's breaks, right? And then the winds start to bend a little and it starts to come in during the day. And it morphs, it goes back and forth. And then later in the day, it comes down again over southern Erie, Crawford, Warren. So it's not raining all the time. It works in bands. There's rain-free weather. But you get under one, you can get real wet, real fast, and you can get a thunderstorm. And you can see how the whole system just kind of morphs around over the next couple of days. So blustery, chilly, damp weather, not raining all the time, but capable of putting down some heavy rains when it is, and capable of some thunder and perhaps a water spout. So if you just spun one of these models and you looked at what they're thinking, over time here, and this is into, Friday morning there, you can see the distribution. It's real easy to see. The heavier amounts are up here in the lakeshore counties, and then they taper somewhat as you go further south because the bands aren't going to, hang out in Franklin and Marionville and Youngstown. It's just the way these things go. Just like in winter, it would be snow up in here. Well, it's too warm for snow, so you get rain and still the wind and the chills. So there you go. Let me see anybody else. Nicole, good to have you here. Becky Benson, welcome back. Yep, and there's lightning with that, and we were showing you that with the radar, and I can go back to that as well for a couple minutes here, just to show you where the strikes are at this hour. And I'll pop it in a little, and you can see, where the white lines are. That's where the lightning is occurring during this loop. So nothing new there. Hey, KD, good to see you. Tom and Linda, welcome. Rick, my brother in arms on the weekend, great to see you. Annie B, long time no see, great to have you here. Canadota Lake. Bricker from down south, Pittsburgh way. Randy Lynn, nice to see you. And Julie M over in McCain. Chatty Cathy, wonderful, good to see you. Fawn Rose, Northeast. Celine, the airport queen in Mill Creek. Yeah, and that's the other thing, because the amounts are down. So rainfall wise. So the creeks, the tributaries, people with wells, need some water, and we're going to get some. Thomas Carlucci, good to see you. Nice to see you on Saturday at the Skywarn. So, just a little weather update, nothing severe, but something we go through usually every October with lake effect rain and wind. And because the contrast in temperature between the 62-degree lake and the cold air moving across is so great, you can develop thunderstorms like you're doing right now, and sometimes you can develop water spouts. So let me shoot you a 7-day forecast. No, we're just giving a little special update, Vicki. We'll be on later as always. Yeah, I heard Craig left me a graphic. I don't want to go too overboard, but I will say, certainly the possibility that we'll get 2 inches or more closer to the lakeshore. And we got 2 inches or more, not that long ago. So this is nothing new. And Leah, I'm not sure your location, but you can see where everything is on the radar. So if, I-79 corridor in the next hour, Corey Titusville about a half hour after that, Warren Jamestown about a half hour in that. Hey, John, nice to see you. So that's the way it looks. Let me shoot you a 7-day forecast. Hello, Patrick. Good to have you back. Been a long time. Yes, sir. Um, Let me shoot you a 7-day forecast just so you can see. This is basically a 3-day event. Like we have 3-day events, snow events sometimes. Well, this is a 3-day rain event. Okay. Now let me just throw this across here so you can see that there's light at the end of the tunnel, right? And I will give you full screen on that. Yep. So breezy, chilly, damp. And then, just like perfect timing, it starts to improve as you go into the weekend and early next week. And the temperatures go from that arthritic, breezy, chilly, damp, dank, low 50s, and they start to slowly but steadily come back up. Now, normal high is like 60 this time of year. So you're just looking at a pretty good deal here Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, as you go back, mid 50s and to near 60. So that's good. Thanks, Vicky from French Creek. Laura, I think you're going to get more than an inch down there. And it will be a little bit warmer. Hello, Cornman. Good to see you. So anyway, just wanted to know. I mean, if you're in Bradford, PA, Friday morning or some, elevation at like 2,000 feet or something, there might be a few wet snowflakes, but this is a rain event by and large. So just wanted to give you a little heads up because I had a few minutes. So I will be back later tonight, God willing, in the crypto rise on the weather nightcap. We'll look at it in a little more detail. But thanks for coming in. Always glad to talk to you people. All right. Well, I'm not sure your location, Randy Lynn, but you'll probably need a higher power than me. Anyway, yep. Thunder, Rebecca, for sure, coming across the lake shore. So now you know. So nothing new under the sun, right? We'll keep you going. And no, Jen's not here at the moment. I mean, Jen's here, but she's not in the room. So hopefully, we'll see you guys later tonight, and we'll thank you all for being here and make the most of the weather. Weekend's looking better, and thank you for your support. Have a great Tuesday evening, everyone. I'll be back on the nightcap later for you insomniacs and people that are up and would like to chat more about weather. Take care.